What's going on, guys? Shane Faison here. Welcome back to Fight Like, the Fight Tips original series where we cover some of your favorite fighters and 3 of their signature moves. In this series, we're talking about reigning champions, fighters who have made it to the top, defended their titles for an impressive amount of time. Let's get it started with our first fighter. Our next fighter of the series is Fedor Emelianenko, who defended his title for nearly a decade against guys like Krokop and Mark Hunt. He's one of the most exciting fighters to watch back in the Pride days, and he's actually announced that he's coming out of retirement, so let's take a look at his first signature move. First signature move are his bent wrist punches. Now, in interviews and seminars, Fedor has taught that he doesn't stand in a traditional boxing stance, instead he curls his fists inward. He said the reason being is because he throws those wide hooks, and when he makes contact, if his wrist is straight, the hand will cave a little bit. Instead, he likes to turn it inward so it can brace for impact and do even more damage. Next up is the casting punch, and this is taught in Sambo, and it's a punch that helps you get into clinch range. So these are those haymaker punches that you see Fedor throwing, but there's actually some technique involved. So what you do is you aim with your shoulder and lift your elbow, and then you start to extend the punch as you lean out to the side. By the time you make impact onto your target, your palm is going to be facing outward so that you hit with the knuckles. Now, this is a longer range punch, but if your opponent steps in or you misjudge, you can continue the movement and wrap your arm around your opponent's head and then go for something like a hip toss. Last up is his dexterity and understanding clinching and the range. Using the casting punch and other aggressive behaviors, he steps in and locks up if he ever needs it. Like when he fought Fujita, he took that big punch, was staggered and out on his feet, but he knew to step in, tie up with 2 overhooks so that he wouldn't take any more damage. If Fedor gets his arms around your waist, he's taking you down. He'll buck up, bringing his hips forward, arching his back, lifting his opponent up, slamming them on the ground. And you know what happens when he gets them on the ground. Fedor has some of the best ground and pound in mixed martial arts. Alright guys, thanks for watching. So let me know in the comments below if you think Fedor's going to make a comeback or if you think he should stay retired. And until next time, make sure you subscribe and get the fight tips before your opponent does. I'm Shane with Fight Tips. Self-defense for the underdogs.